Hey everybody, Brad Montgomery. I missed you. It's number 2 in a video series about managing burnout in the workplace, especially for healthcare folks just like you. Let's talk about today's topic, which is creating a culture of positivity. So you know what that means. We don't need to go through that. But sometimes I think it's helpful to talk about what it isn't. If you're coming into your building, your hospital system, wherever you are in healthcare, and you don't want to be there, and everyone around you doesn't want to be there, well, that's taking a toll, isn't it? You wouldn't be watching this video probably if you don't feel a little bit like that. So we're talking about how do we turn that around and create a positive culture as opposed to a toxic culture. Well, let me give you a couple really specific tactics. First one is using gratitude as a strategy. So this one feels fluffy and a little bit like trying to grab smoke, but I'm telling you, the science on this one is irrefutable. It's insane. And so many people have studied it. It turns out by taking the time to list 3 or 4 or 5 things every day for which you are grateful helps train your brain. It helps change the chemistry in your brain, and it makes you more positive. So how do we do that? It's super easy. Just do it at the same time every night or every day. Sometimes it's before bed. You're writing on a sticky note. Here's 3 things for which I'm grateful. Maybe you've got a fancy journal and you like that. Maybe you do it in the car and you don't even write them down, but you just list them out. Maybe you do it at work with your computer. Here's the cool thing. What happens is in a very short amount of time, it becomes a habit where if you know it, every 24 hours, I'm going to think of positive things. That means throughout the day, you start labeling them as you go, meaning, that's one of the things I'm going to write down tonight. Oh, that's good. I'm writing that down. I'm on the way to work. I'll write it down when I'm into work. When you start looking for positive things instead of negative things, that makes your life less toxic. It makes you more positive. Let's talk a little bit about why that's so important for you to be positive. Positivity is infectious. I love talking to healthcare groups and using words like infectious. Right? A positive person, someone who walks in and they're sunny and they're optimistic and they're hopeful, that makes the whole room feel better, doesn't it? We're drawn to those people for a reason because we crave it. Conversely, negativity is also infectious, and we know that. If you have somebody in your healthcare group that is just whiny and complains all the time and is cynical and it's probably not going to work and we tried this before and we always have to do that, well, that brings everyone down, doesn't it? That's why it's so crucial that you decide what kind of person you want to be. Are you going to be the person who brings people up, or are you going to be part of the problem? Obviously, you want to be part of the solution. Best way to start is with gratitude. Enter the room with like a ray of sunshine. It starts with gratitude. All right, here's the final tactic, and this one isn't very hard, but it's a little tough. Just do it. If you want to be a positive person, start being a positive person. First thing is just commit to it. I choose to, when I walk into the room, to be part of the team that brings people up. It's not always easy, and if you're in a toxic healthcare system or healthcare organization, it's even harder, isn't it? But seriously, are you waiting for someone else to just make it happen? Or are you willing to be the person who starts? Be the person. And if you are a leader, and no matter where you are a leader, but especially if your job title says leader, well, what are you doing to make sure everybody is feeling rewarded for being positive? Are you calling out people who, when they display positive behavior, are you calling them out in a positive way? Because you should, right? You know that. And here's how that looks. It's, hey, you know what? Sometimes it's tough around here. Sometimes it's really tough around here. But I notice you're always doing your best to try to stay upbeat and bring up the people around you. Keep doing that. We need you. Sometimes it's, you know what? We were in that meeting and it was tense and you broke the ice with that little quip that you were witty or whatever. And it's exactly what we needed. Because of you, that meeting was successful. Or maybe it's, you know what? I saw you dealing with a family and of course the news was bad and I just saw you being solid and truthful and authentic and as positive as you could be, as positive as was appropriate. Man, that is what we are about here. Well done. You've got this. It starts with you, but it's also important for you to recognize it in others. Well, my name is Brad Montgomery, and I am a keynote speaker for healthcare audiences, and this is what I talk about. I talk about bringing positivity to work on purpose, and specifically, I talk about the jaw-dropping, undeniable power of encouragement and how it is a tool we just can't afford to ignore. Positivity is fluffy and it feels a little bit like unicorns and Care Bears, but I'm telling you, the science is clear. You can't afford to not take this seriously and to incorporate it strategically. Now, you've got this. I know it's hard, but you've got this. Start today. Fight burnout by being more positive, by leading more positive, and by making your organization more positive. All right, I'll see you at bradmontgomery.com. I'd love to come and speak to your group. Let's get your folks. Come on, they deserve a laugh. They deserve something that's relevant, and they deserve something that helps. And I'm telling you, my keynotes are just that. Let's talk about it. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great day.